What if you're not lazy? What if that label's been slapped on you by a world that doesn't get how your mind works? Think about it. Why do you stay up until 3 a.m., scrolling, tinkering, chasing ideas that light your brain on fire? Is it procrastination, or is it something else? Something smarter? Let's start with a question that flips the script. What if laziness is just intelligence in disguise? Society loves its boxes. Wake up at 6, work by 9, grind until you're drained. But what if your brain doesn't run on their clock? What if you're not dodging work but curating energy? You're not lazy. You're selective, saving your spark for what matters. Deadlines feel arbitrary because they are. Who decided your best ideas should hit at 10 a.m.? Now let's dive into the problem. The world calls you lazy because you don't fit their mold. You skip busy work, miss meetings, half-finished projects. But what if that's not failure? What if it's strategy? Imagine you're tasked with saving a sinking community center. Everyone's panicking, bills unpaid, doors closing. They're stuck on old tricks, paper flyers, bake sales. You see the real issue. They're shouting into the void. So you build a bot. It texts donors, tracks impact, cuts waste. In a week, $50,000 rolls in. Lazy? No. You solved the puzzle while they were licking stamps. But here's where it gets messy. Not everyone loves your shortcuts. Picture a school that worships grades over ideas. You're failing because you ditch homework for bigger dreams, like coding an AI that rewrites how kids learn. The principal calls you reckless. Your parents call you distracted. They don't see you're chasing signal, not noise. So, you stir the pot. You tweak their grading software to reward creativity, not memorization. It works better. They hate it. Why? Because you're exposing their flaws. The world's not ready for your kind of smart. It wants conformity, not revolution. The conflict peaks when they try to box you in, suspend you, ground you, force you into their rhythm. But what if their rhythm's the problem? You double down. You take their budget mess and turn it into a masterclass on efficiency. You take their broken system and build a better one. They call it rebellion. You call it progress. And here's the twist. They start to see it. The community center thrives. The school adopts your code. The people who doubted you, they're quiet now. So how does it resolve? Perfectly. You're not lazy. You're a strategist, a signal hunter in a world drowning in noise. Your late nights, they're when you're sharpest. Your half-finished projects, they're stepping stones to something bigger. You're not skipping steps. You're leaping. The world catches up eventually. They see your bot, your AI, your vision. They realize laziness was never the issue. It was their lens, not your light. What if you're not lazy but wired differently? What if your brain's not broken but ahead of the curve? The next time someone calls you out, ask them, why do you think I'm not working? Maybe I'm just working smarter. And what if that's the secret? Not grinding harder but thinking sharper? Not following rules but rewriting them. You're not lazy, you're smart, and the world, it's just slow to catch up.